unselfish servanthood. Oh my goodness, this is some good stuff here. I'll tell you, I'm just excited about this lesson. Leadership and unselfish servanthood. Now we've been learning down through this lesson about leadership, different kinds of leaders, what all the leader is up against and everything. But today we're shifting some gears here. All right, we're gonna throw it on some of the ones that are under the leader. Okay, we can apply this to a lot of different areas of life. All right, but today we're going to be leadership and unselfish servanthood. Now you can't be a leader without some followers. And what kind of followers do you think you want? Okay, I mean, if you're a leader, all right, you're gonna want some followers that are of what type of a status? Come on, talk to me for a little bit. We gotta talk a little bit first off. All right, you're gonna want some servants or some followers, or maybe bring it down to manager, employee, supervisor, employee. All right, what kind of employees would you want? What kind of service would you like to have?
Faithful.
Oh, right off the bat. I heard that coming from all parts of the room here. Faithful, right off the bat. You want somebody to show up, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Y'all mess me up every time I talk to y'all. I was talking to a fella, and I'm in construction, and he was in junk cars. All right, he was at the used car recycling place. And me and him was talking about, the problems he had with, employees, guys showed up for work and everything. And he was telling me, he said, man, I just want somebody to show up every day. I just want somebody to show up every day. The guy told me, he said, I don't even care what kind of drugs they're on. Just show up every day. I don't even care. Just get here. Just be faithful. Just be faithful. Just come every day, do what you're supposed to do. And just let me know that if you're supposed to be here, I know you're going to be there. If this is your spot, and this is time for you to be in your spot, I just want to know, bam, you're there. Just be faithful. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Faithful. Ooh, what else? You all right? If you're in charge, you want somebody faithful, what else you want?
Good worker.
Good worker? Good at work ethic? All right, when he gets there, you want to do what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
All right? I mean, this is your job. This is your key. This is your function here. All right? When we give it to you, we know this is going to get done with it. We don't even have to look back over at that again. All right? When we hand it to you, if you take it, we don't have to look at that no more. He know he's going to do his job. All right? We're going to get it on the other end. All right? When he get done with it. All right? So we want him to be faithful first off. All right? And you want them to do their job, have a good work ethic. You want them to, really do what you want to do. All right. What else? Anybody else?
Attitude.
Huh? Oh my goodness gracious. Attitude. A good attitude. Oh my goodness. Y'all must have worked with some folks before. All right? Y'all have worked with some folks. A good attitude. A good attitude is valuable.
Yes, it is.
I'd rather work 20 hours on a difficult job with somebody with a good attitude than to work 4 hours on an easy job with somebody with a bad attitude.
Yes.
I mean, people with a bad attitude about their work and everything, man, they just drain you.
Yes.
What are we going to do today? Oh my God, the attitude.
Yes.
Oh my God. Goodness gracious. Anybody? What else we got? Honest. Would that fit in the category of loyal?
Yes.
All right, you want somebody loyal and honest to you? All right, what you teach them here, you don't want to. This is the problem they have in the workforce too. You get an employee, they're fresh out of school or whatever, and you train them up. You show them the ropes. You get them introduced in this. Line of work, this field, this trade, this technology or whatever. And they get all that from you. They get all, on the job training. And what do?
Go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. After you done put all that energy and effort into training, you done got them up to where they're valuable to you now. You done got them to the point where they're valuable now. Now they want to go somewhere else for a nickel more. They want to go down the street for 5 cents. So, 5 cents more. Don't even tell you. Don't even give you an opportunity to match that 5 cents. We'll give you, we'll give you $1. Man, come on here, stay here with us. Ooh, you want them to be loyal? You want to be faithful? You want to have a good attitude? All right. You want to have a good work ethic? All right. Well, good do your job. All right. What about when things go wrong?
Yeah. Good character.
All right. What about that? Do you want them to badmouth you when things go wrong? You don't want them to kick you when you're down, do you? Oh man. You know what? All of what we just talked about is in our lesson today. This is all of our lesson today. Let's dig into it real quick. Let's dig into it. Man, y'all got me headed in a direction now. We find our lesson today, which we've read already. We've got David here, and David has this whole Samuel and David thing is running together in my head real hard, because we're doing Samuel in Sunday school and we're doing Samuel in Bible study, and the two are crisscrossing each other. So at any given point, I'm not sure exactly where I'm at. Okay, so if I'm in Sunday school and I start going off on a tangent, just know Jeff done went to Bible study. He went somewhere else. Okay, all right. But today we find our lesson. David is firmly sitting on the throne. Well, was. All right, and he's having a problem now. All right, he's established king. He's been established king very well now. He's got some trials and things behind him. He's got Saul behind him. All right, when he's running around in the wilderness. He's got that debacle with Bathsheba behind him. At this point here, all right, but now he's rose up with a new problem with his son. And we pick it up in our lesson here. David is in the wilderness. He's running from his son, all right? And he's got some loyal, unselfish people that has just come, and as we've read, brought him some sustenance. Brought him some supplies. Brought him some victuals, some victuals, all right, for him and his people that are out in the wilderness, because he's on the run again. Now, this is one thing. This is the thing. Oh, this was supposed to be a question. How do you know? How do you really know when your servants or your employees are really into you? How do you really? What point do you know when they're that you really got good employees, or you've got good servants, or you've got good people with you? What has to happen?
Proud.
Exactly.
Proud.
Exactly. That's exactly what has to happen. When things are going great, you don't really know who's with you. But when things fall apart, when everything break down that can break down, when it just falls apart, then you find out who with you. You really find out who with you when things just go terrible. That's how they find out who's the shepherd and who's the hireling. What has to happen to find out which one is what? When the wolf comes. All right? When that wolf comes, that tells the difference between the shepherd and the hireling men. All right? Okay, all right, you find out. And that's how it is with leaders too. Leaders find out who is really with them. Leaders find out who is really with the leader when problems come. And right now, David is about to have a problem. We're going to go back up and go dig and find out what happened. But David, in this lesson here, he's had a problem. He's in the middle of the problem. All right? And he's got some people that are coming to help him out. Well, we got to find out how this whole thing started. This is what I said we got to dig. So let's go dig and find out what happened here. Where did this thing break down? All right? I told you we was behind Saul, so Saul ain't his problem now. All right? Saul's not his problem. I told you we're past Bathsheba at this point. Bathsheba's not his problem now. Let's go find out where this whole thing broke down. You got to come over to 2 Samuel 13 to find out where this whole thing broke down. And I think I can tell you real quick before we get any kids in here, okay? I'll tell you exactly what happened to break this thing down. David had some sons, all right? One of his sons' name was Amnon, all right? And another one of his sons' name was Absalom, all right? Absalom was a handsome fella. Oh man, I ain't got time to go there and tell you, but they described him as being so handsome, he didn't have a blemish on him from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. This guy was a good looking fella. And this fella had a sister. All right, scripture said his sister was fine. Oh, well, fat. She was real fat. she was a good looking sister. All right, now you know the scripture described the brother. Her brother was a good looking guy. Well, sister had to be there, and then the scripture says she was good looking too. I think sister was looking real good. Her name was Tamar. All right? Tamar was Absalom's sister. Absalom had a half brother, all right, named Amnon. Amnon loved him some Tamar. He just loved Tamar to no end. He just thought, man, I just love this Tamar. And but Amnon had an old no good friend. And his old no good friend, I tell you, you gotta watch them friends. He had a no good friend that told him a way that he could get with his sister Tamar. So tell you what, you make yourself act like you're sick. And tell your daddy to let Tamar come and nurse you back to health. You know, have her come cook some food for you, some chicken soup or whatever it is, some hot grits or whatever you need to get yourself back going, And he'll let her come over here, then you do your thing, whatever. I ain't got no kids here, right? Okay, so he oh stupid Amnon, he does this, all right? And this whole little plan goes kind of, as they had going, and they get together. He actually forces her, all right? He has his way with her, all right? And he thought he loved her so much, and then after he done forced the girl and had his way with her and everything, then he didn't like her no more. I gotta watch them boys, some bad boys out there, all right? And he had to put her out, lock the door behind. Let's catch this story here. Come on now, 2 Samuel 13. 13, come to the 19th verse, all right? Now, let's start at 18th verse. That's 17. I'll fool around and read the whole thing. First Samuel 17. Let's start at 17th verse. I want to give you a good idea of how this thing broke down. I mean, this thing broke down, okay? All right, and that's when you find out who your friends are when things break down. All right, and this is how this thing started breaking down. 17 verses, all right, 2 Samuel 13, 17. Says, then he called his servants that ministered unto him. This is Amnon, bad, God, I don't like him. All right, and said, put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her. Oh, you joker. Yeah. This old rascal, what? He done forced the girl. Now he gonna put her out. All right, and then talk about bolt the door behind and all this here mess. Ooh. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her, for which such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparel. So she, oh my God, put out like, Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her. So they did exactly like he said. And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hands on her head, and went on crying. She tore off her little virgin robe, ashes on her head, and she went home like this. You know how when you shave and everything, you try to hide your head, trying to hide your face from folks and everything, all this kind of stuff. And where did she go? Went to her brother Absalom. All right. 20. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, hath Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing. In other words, what Absalom is telling her, don't worry about this, I got this. Hold your peace. Don't even tell nobody about this. I got this. All right? That brother talking. You know how your brothers is with your sisters. You know, I ain't had no physical sisters, no blood sisters. But I take y'all sisters in the church as my sisters. And if anything happened to you, oh boy, I don't know if I'd be quite Absalom here, but I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be pretty. All right. So he tells him, hold your peace. All right. Now, hold thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother's Absalom's house. Now this is where it really breaks down right here. All right. This is the breakdown. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. When David got word of it, he just got mad. What did he do? Nothing. No, exactly. Here's the breakdown. Here's where things start breaking down. All right? He didn't do nothing about this. Didn't do a thing. All right? He should at least got on the boy. I mean, gee, ask somebody with the behind us. Some kind of discipline should have been taken here. All right? But he just got mad about it. All right? And then 22nd verse. And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad. For Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. Absalom hated Amnon. And we can kind of imagine in our mind that he hated David too. All right? He hated the one that done the act. All right? But then the one that could have done something about it could have brought him some justice. Could have brought him some justice. Didn't do nothing. All right? So now I'm just going to go all on the record and say I think he hated him too. All right? Oh my goodness. All right, this is the breakdown. Come on, 2 Samuel 14. Let's see what he started plotting. Woo-hoo. All right, that's where it all broke down. 2 Samuel 14. All right. Come down to the 28th verse. Now let me give you a little history here. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to read this story for yourself. You got to read this whole thing, all right? Absalom actually killed Amnon. They had a big thing. They were sharing sheep and everything. There's supposed to be a high time and everything. That's supposed to be a big festival and all, the sheep shearing time. And he told the king, said, hey, let the sons come. He said, well, why don't you let all the sons come? If you don't let all the sons come, how about just let Amnon come? All right? So he done already set it up with his servants. When Amnon get here, and I give y'all the signal, y'all get it. All right? And that's exactly what happened. All right? Now, after Absalom killed Amnon, all right, he ran off. All right? He was kind of somewhat like banished. All right, for killing his brother. All right, but David still loved him now. He still loved it all. All right. So after a while, they allowed Amnon to come back to town, but the king wouldn't see it. They never met. All right, but they were still in the same town. All right, with each other. Okay, and let's pick that up here and see what happened there after that. 2 Samuel 14:28. Alright, so Absalom dwelt 2 full years in Jerusalem, so he was back home for 2 years. He came back home after killing his brother, alright, came back home. He was there for 2 years and saw not the king's face. They still had some beef with each other. They had some beef, didn't settle it. This thing is breaking down now, okay? And therefore Absalom sent for Joab to have sent him to the king. So he knew he couldn't just go walk up on the king, all right? He had to go through Joab. So he asked for Joab to come. Hey, come here. I appointment for me. All right? He had to go through Joab. Joab ignored him. All right? Joab, all right, to have sent him to the king, but he would not come to him. And when he sent again the second time, he would not come. So Absalom kept trying to get to David, to talk to David. All right? But Joab, the go-between, kind of ignored it, wouldn't set the meeting up. All right? So, and he wouldn't even come down to see the man. So Absalom, bad boy. Absalom, 30th verse said, therefore he said unto his servants, see, Joab's field is near mine. Joab had a field, a farming field, all right, next to his. He been calling Joab to come set up the meeting, wouldn't do it. Called him again, wouldn't do it. So now he tells the servant, hey, he's got a field over there by mine. Tell you what to do, all right? See, Joab's field is near mine, and he had barley there. Go and set it on fire. And Absalom's servants set the field on fire. I bet you I get his attention now. All right, you won't come see me? He's got his field right next to mine. If I set his field on fire, I bet he come check on that field and I get to talk to him. He'll be right next door to me. That's how Absalom now left there. Oh man, oh man. Now this is just showing you. Absalom was trying to make some steps to get to the king. Refuse, all this kind of stuff. Okay? All right. So afterwards, he said, hey, the king's going to ignore me. He took out the brother, Amnon. Well, I'll take out the king too. I'll take daddy out. But what would hurt him more than death? I'll take the kingdom from him. All right? And he set a plot in motion that worked. He set a plot in motion. And this is his plot right here. All right? 15th chapter, first verse. And it came to pass after that Absalom prepared him chariots of horses and 50 men to run before him. So he had some chariots, some horses, and 50 bodyguards. All right, this is what Absalom got set here. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. All right, he stood beside the way of the gate. Now the gate, when you hear in the scripture talk about, and the elders sat in the gate, this is where they would perform judgment and everything on different things in the gate. All right, so he was by the way of the gate. So you had to come past him to get to the gate for judgment. All right, so he posted up in this spot here. All right. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him and said, of what city art thou? Brother, where you live? Where you from? All right, that was Absalom would say to him. He catch him on the way to court, on the way to the courtroom. Hey, brother, where you from? All right, and he said, thy servant is of one of the tribes of Israel. Right? Then they say, I'm of this tribe. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm of the tribe of Gad. I'm a Benjamin. Whatever. He tell him where he was from. And then third verse, Absalom. And Absalom said unto him, see that thy matters are good and right. Absalom would tell him, you know what? I see your matters. What you going up there for? Man, you right. You in the right. They doing you wrong. You in the right. Okay? Everybody like to hear that about their case when they going up before the judge, right? Yeah, you right. Everybody else wrong. You right. Okay? But there is no man deputy of the king to hear thee. All right? So he's telling them, but the king ain't got nobody to hear you like me. Ain't nobody the king got appointed to take care of your business like I would. All right? Absalom said, moreover, oh, that I were made judge in the land, that every man which has any suit, anybody who come to sue or cause might come to me, and I will do him justice. Now this here looks like a bad thing for Absalom to be doing, right? A lot of times folks do things or things happen and you don't know why they're doing it. You see what they're doing, but you're like, why is he doing that? All right? You got to kind of look out for Absalom. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a minute. Can I do that? Can I be the bad guy for a minute? All right, in defense of Absalom, Absalom saw that his sister was done unjustly and got no justice. So he's trying to look, I'm just going to play that devil's advocate, don't throw anything at me now. Absalom is trying to look out for his fellow Israelite brothers to see that they've got matters and that they don't be handled injustice. He wants them to get some justice. Can you see how this is playing in his head? He could really be under the impression that I'm doing the right thing here. A lot of times folks be doing things, but you don't know what's the root of them doing what they're doing. They're acting a certain way, they're acting this way or they're acting the other way. And if you really get close enough to the situation and research and dig, you find out, oh my goodness, I see why they acted like that. Because this is what happened in their life before, and this is how things responded to, how life responded to them, and now this got them acting like they acted. Not that nobody's excusing it. There's there's really no excuse for treason here. This is treason, all right? But you can kind of see where he's coming from. All right, you can see where he's coming from. Absalom, 5th verse. And it was so that when any man came nigh to him to do him obeisance, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him. Absalom smooth. These men will be coming there. They see Absalom there. Oh my goodness, that's the king's son. That is the priest. I mean, not the priest, the prince. He's a prince. So they come, oh my goodness, prince Absalom. Absalom would stick out his hand right quick. No, brother, give him a big hug and a kiss. Now, you got to bow out everything before. That's how Absalom was, Could you imagine that? You come there, let me give you some reverence and everything. This is the, brother, come here, man. Yeah, come here. Boy, that's my man here. I mean, that would make you feel pretty good, that wouldn't it? That make you feel pretty good. Okay, let's see how it worked for him. And on this manner did Absalom to all Israel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel. It worked very well. All right, he stole their hearts. The men of Israel, man, boy, that Absalom is all right. And I go down there to the king, I might not get no judgment from him, but if Absalom was in charge, and that's my buddy, I got a connection. I get things moving for me with him up there. Oh my goodness, this is just good here. Okay, here comes the hook. Y'all ready for the hook? All right, here's the hook. 2 Samuel 15. Come down to the 13th verse. We're in this thing. All right, so Absalom is putting his hook into all the men of Israel. He's setting the hook now. 13. 2 Samuel 15, 13. And there came a messenger to David, saying, the hearts of the men of Israel are after Absalom. His plan worked. Somebody had to come run tell David and say, hey, David, look here. Absalom then got all the hearts of the men of Israel. They are after him. And David said unto all his servants, that were with him at Jerusalem, arise and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom. In other words, David said, everybody jump up, let's go. We got to go right now. Because if we don't leave right now, we ain't going to be able to escape it. All right, this guy has got all the heart of the men of Israel with him. All right. Lest he overtake us suddenly and bring evil upon us and smite the city with the edge of the sword. And the king's servant said unto the king, behold, thy servants are ready to do whatsoever my lord the king shall appoint. Now, we're starting to get to, now things done broke down now. Things done broke down. Now, at this point here, you can start finding out who your friends are. When things break down. When things fall apart, when things go bad, when difficulties, when trouble in your life, all right, now you can find out who your friends were. Before now, you couldn't tell who's who. All right? So now, things broke down. Absalom's plan is in full effect. All right? He has sprung the trap. Now David's got to run. He's got to take cover. Now it's going to come out, who can I really trust? All right. Oh, man, let's ride here. Man, all right. First off, when things break down, should you be able to trust the man of God? You should be able to trust the man of God, right? Should be able to trust him, right? Let's see how that worked out for David. All right? Because when things break down, you got to find out really who the real servants are. Who are the ones that are loyal and unselfish and just faithful to you. You want to find out who that is. All right? So first Samuel, not first Samuel. I keep saying first Samuel. I don't went to Bible study. Second Samuel, okay? All right. Second Samuel, 15. Let's go find out a fellow named Hushai. 15. 2 Samuel 15 and 32. Okay? Okay, so David's on the run now. All right? Folks are running with him. All of his royal court and the people that are with him, all right, are running. All right? 32. And it came to pass that when David was come to the top of the mountain where he worshiped God, behold, Hushai, the Archite, came to meet him with his coat rent and earth upon his head. So he left in a hurry. All right? He was kicking up dust, getting on out of there. All right? Unto whom David said, if thou passest on with me, all right? This passes on or this passes over. When they say they passed over, this is them going back across the Jordan River. When they say passed on or passed over. You know how when Israel came and possessed the land, 3 tribes, or 2.5 tribes, half tribe of Manasseh, stayed on the one side of the Jordan, and then the rest of Israel passed over the Jordan, all right, or passed through it at that point, all right, when they first came over, and they possessed the land, all right. So now David, in fact, now is going backwards. He's going backwards, all right. He's leaving the land of promise again, so he's passing over. But they were passing over in ferries. Now they had a little ferry system. It's in there. You got to read it. It's in there. All right. So they got a ferry system now that takes them back and forth across the Jordan. All right. And let me get going here. All right. 32. Unto whom David said, okay, so Hushai came there. He's the priest. If thou passest on with me, then thou shalt be a burden unto me. But if thou return to the city and say unto Absalom, I will be thy servant, O king, as I have been thy father's servant hitherto, so will I now also be thy servant. Then mayest thou for me defeat the counsel of Ahithophel. All right? So in other words, David needed a double agent on the inside. All right, and this is what Hushai's job was going to be. All right, so David said, "Hey, if you come with me, you're gonna be a burden to me. I need you to go back, get in the camp of Absalom, get in his court, all right, and you defeat that counsel of Ahithophel. All right, and we're gonna talk about Ahithophel in a minute. Put a pin right there in Ahithophel. We're coming back to him in just a second. All right, okay." 35th verse. And hast thou not there with thee Zadok and Abiathar the priest? Therefore it shall be that what things soever thou shalt hear out of the king's house, thou shalt tell it to Zadok and Abiathar the priest. Behold, they have there with them their 2 sons, Ahimaaz, Zadok's son, and Jonathan, Abiathar's son. And by them ye shall send unto me everything that ye can hear. So Hushai, David's friend, he's proven himself now, because what happened? Things broke down. He's proven himself to be a friend unto the city, and Absalom came into Jerusalem. So David's got a friend in Hushai, all right? And he's going to be very instrumental to David. If you read the story, I don't know if we'll get to it or not, but if you read the story, you're going to see where he was Woo-hoo.
Yeah, he kept it.
He was a key player in this thing. All right, so it's breaking down. David's starting to find out who his friends are. He's putting some people in place. Now, why was David so worried about the counsel of Ahithophel? Anybody know Ahithophel? Anybody know anything about Ahithophel? Come on now, y'all Bible scholars gotta know a little bit about Ahithophel. Y'all just don't want to talk to me, huh? Ahithophel was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Ahithophel, let me let the scripture introduce you to Ahithophel. All right, come over to 2 Samuel 16:21. Now, Ahithophel was the counselor of David. All right, he was the advisor of David, but he gave some tremendous advice. His advice was as if you talk to God yourself. And the Lord wouldn't let anything that Ahithophel said go wrong. So if Ahithophel said it, you could take it to the bank. It was just done. All right? Ahithophel was the advisor, and he took his job serious. All right? So let's come over to 16th chapter, 21st verse. Let's meet Ahithophel here. And it came to pass, when Hushai the Archite, David's friend, was come unto Absalom, that Hushai said unto Absalom, God save the king. Hushai is playing his part, ain't he? David sent him to do this, all right? And Absalom said to Hushai, is this thy kindness to thy friend? So it's almost like Absalom picked up on it. Is this how you gonna treat your friend? You see what I'm saying? All right. Why wentest thou not with thy friend? All right. David was your friend. Why you ain't go with David, your friend? All right. And Hushai said unto Absalom, nay, but whom the Lord and the people and all the men of Israel choose, his will I be, and with him will I abide. Hushai played his part, ain't it? This is what David told him to do, all right? And he is doing what David told you. Remember we talked about a little earlier? You need some people that do their job. Amen. All right, good work ethic. Here you go, all right? Okay. And again, whom should I serve? Should I not serve in the presence of his son, as I have served in thy father's presence? So will I be in thy presence. He sold that thing. He sold it. He sold it hard. Then said Absalom to Ahithophel. All right, so now you got Hushai back in there. All right, he just sold Absalom on him being with him. And Ahithophel gives counsel among you what we shall do. And Ahithophel said unto Absalom, go in unto thy father's concubine, which he has left, to keep the house. And all Israel shall hear that thou art abhorred of thy father. So you go and do this here, and all Israel gonna find out that you ain't with your dad. All right, you go in, you go in and sleep with those concubines that he done left here. All right, you got to do it in front of sight of Israel now. All right, and then that's gonna let everybody know that you and your daddy ain't together. All right. Then shall the hand of all that are with thee be strong. So if you do that, everybody gonna be with you. All right. So they spread Absalom a tent upon the roof, the top of the house. Oh my goodness. And Absalom went in unto his father's concubine in the sight of all Israel. And the counsel of Ahithophel, which he counseled in those days, was as if a man had inquired at the oracles of God. So was all, listen at that, you can even circle that, all the counsel of Ahithophel, both with David and with Absalom. Absalom was a counselor Ahithophel was a counselor when Ahithophel gave you his counsel, it was done. It was gonna work out. All right? Now, I got a question for you. Oh my goodness. Why did Ahithophel flip on David? And why did he tell him to do got something for you. Ahithophel, anybody remember Bathsheba? Ahithophel was Bathsheba's granddaddy. Now y'all gotta help me. Y'all gotta help me. Because y'all know I don't know about this family tree. Y'all know I have a problem with that family tree, right? So y'all help me figure out if Ahithophel was really Bathsheba's grandfather. Can y'all help me? Okay, let's come to 2 Samuel 11. 2 Samuel 11. Y'all help me. I don't want to be nuts here now. Because I know y'all handle that family tree better than me. 2 Samuel 11. Samuel 11 and 3. Oh man, I gotta hurry. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? So she's Eliam's daughter. We got that, right? Okay. Come to 23rd chapter, 2 Samuel 23. 2 Samuel 23. And 34. Okay? 2 Samuel 23, 34, it says, Eliaphilet, the son of Ahazbah, the son of Micaiah, Eliam, the son of Ahithophel. So what does that make Ahithophel? Help me.
Right there.
That does make him her grandfather.
Yes.
So David, this tells you why people act like they do. When you look back in their life, you start figuring out, oh, I see why they're doing what they've done. All right, so David looked on the rooftop, all right, from his rooftop and saw Bathsheba over there and called her over to his place. And that's when that old deal went down. All right, now David's got her grandfather in his royal court as an advisor. When things broke down, Ahithophel didn't go with David. He went with Absalom. All right? Sometimes when things break down in your life and it just goes bad, you already know some people ain't going to be with you. You already know it. David already knew Ahithophel wasn't going to be with him. That's why he sent Husham back. Husham, you get back over there, man. I know this thing is breaking down. I know Ahithophel ain't going to be with me. And you know, sometimes some folks will be with you and they tell you stuff like, you done heard this saying, he'll need me. You know the story. All right? They'll need me before I need them. And when folks say that, they be saying that because you'll need me before I need you. And when you do need me, I'm going to get you in. That's exactly what that means, right? Oh, you'll need me before I need you. And when you do need me, guess what? I ain't going to be there. I mean, that's basically what that saying is saying. And this is what happened here. Oh, he flipped on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on. All right, we got to hurry up here. All right, so that's who Ahithophel is. That gives a little bit more light on him now. All right, so Ahithophel is telling some stuff, man. Ahithophel ain't no joke. So we come over let's go to 2 Samuel 17. All right, 2 Samuel 17. All right, 2 Samuel 17. All right, start the first verse. And this is what Ahithophel's counsel was to Absalom to get rid of David. To just take him off the map right quick. All right. Moreover, Ahithophel said unto Absalom, let me now choose out 12,000 men. And listen at this. I will arise. I'm going to do this personally myself. I will arise and pursue after David this night. I'm going after him tonight. This is Ahithophel. And listen at this. Ooh, this grandpa hot. Okay? And I will come upon him while he is weary and weak-handed, and will make him afraid. And all the people that are with him shall flee, and I will smite the king only. All right? And I will bring back all the people unto thee, and the man whom thou seekest is as if all returned. So all the people shall be in peace. And the same pleased, oh, can you see this? Pleased Absalom well, and all the elders of Israel. They thought this was a terrific idea. Ahithophel counsel was hit him while he's hot, hit him while he's down, kick it right now. All right, take advantage of the situation right now. All right, and this pleased Absalom, and that was really good thinking, because David is off balance right now. He just jumped up, went running. He don't have his men together. He's discombobulated. All right, Ahithophel said, hit him right now. Hit him right now. All right, then Absalom called unto Hushai, the Archite, also, and let us hear likewise what he said. And when Hushai was come to Absalom, Absalom spake unto him, saying, Ahithophel has spoken after this manner. So they told him what Ahithophel said. Shall we do after the same? If not, speak thou. And Hushai said unto Absalom, the counsel that Ahithophel has given is not good at this time. That boy is working. This is David's friend. This is the man that's helping him right here. This is showing, he is showing who he is. And I ain't gonna take time to read all of that. But Ahithophel tells, Hushai tells him, Ahithophel's counsel is no good. Don't go right now. You know David, he's a mighty man. He knows about the wilderness. He's probably holed up in some cave, some pit somewhere. Y'all come out there, man, David gonna whoop you, because you know he's a valiant man, and he's got valiant men with him. Don't go now. You gotta assemble your army. You gotta assemble your army that like the sand of the sea. Get everybody together. Get everybody together. You take your time now. Take your time and get on. He's giving David time to run. Get on away from there. All right. So he's playing his part. Let's go. Oh, I would love to stay there a little bit more. I ain't got time to stay there. All right. Now this is So we got Ahithophel. He turns out to be not a good servant of David. All right? We got Hushai, turns out to be a terrific guy for David, loyal and all this kind of stuff. Now, a lot of times when you have trouble and things break down in your life, it's some people you think would be with you because of what you've done for them, but then they don't be with you. And it kind of throws you off balance, because, man, I thought if anybody would have been with me, as much as I've done for them, they would lift me up in my time of need, you know? And let's see how that worked out for David. Oh, I'm trying to get our lesson done here. I'm trying my best. 2 Samuel 16. 2 Samuel 16 and 5. 16 and 5. Here we go. And when King David came, so he's on the run now. He's leaving town. This is David leaving town to Bahurim. Behold, thence came out a man of the family of the house of Saul. Did you hear that? This guy is from the family of the house of Saul. Now you know what the kings usually do to the preceding king's family that was reigning? Kill every one of them. Don't leave none of them. That's usually, but David and Jonathan had a pact, they had a covenant, all right? And David said, I was going to show kindness to your family. Not just to you, Jonathan, but to your family after you're gone. All right? So now, you think what David had done for Saul's family, his people would be, oh my good, man, yeah, we'll help you out, man. I'm alive because of you. If it wasn't for you, man, I'd be dead. Yeah. Well, let's see how that turned out. And thus said Shimei, when he heard, what? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Let me go back up to the 6th verse. And he cast stones at David. He casting stones at David as David is running out of town from Absalom. David is David. All right. And at the service of the king, David, and all the people and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left. He was throwing so many stones that David's mighty men had to circle him in. I don't know if they had their shields up blocking the stones or catching the rock, whatever. All right, but they had to protect him. And this is one of Saul's folk. They done spared their life. Oh my goodness. The Lord has returned unto thee all the blood of thy house of Saul, in whom stead thou hast. Oh, what he got on his mind now. All this was brewing in his. See, sometimes you don't know what's brewing in folks' heart until things break down for you. And when they think they got the upper hand on you, oh, I ain't never liked you no way. I never cared nothing. They'll start telling you. Oh, and that's what happens here. Oh man. In whose house, in whose stead thou hast reigned, the Lord has delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son, and behold, thou art taken in thy mischief. Yeah, because thou art a bloody man. Oh, he gonna tell them all about it. Then said Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, unto the king, why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over, I pray thee, and take off his head. King, let me go. I can stop all this rock throwing. I got a remedy for rock throwing people. Let me walk up there and I will take off his head, and I guarantee you he won't throw another rock at nobody. Okay? Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh gee. 10th verse, and the king said, what have I to do with you? Your son, let him curse, because the Lord. Y'all read that yourself. Y'all read that yourself. Now, this is something here. Now, far as us today, this is a man after God's own heart. All right, he had some problems. Things broke down in his life, okay? And he had to figure out who his friends were, who would help him, who would be loyal to him, who would be faithful to him, who would be the people that wouldn't kick him when he was down. All right, now as far as us today, what does that mean for us? All right, let's come over to Galatians 6. Galatians 6, real quick. We got to bring this to the day. Because see, the scripture says that the Old Testament is our schoolmaster. And we got to learn something. When the Old Testament goes through all these details and tell all this stuff and everything, we got to learn from it. First, Galatians, that's what I want, Galatians. Real quick, Galatians 6. I never got back to our lesson, okay? I'm sorry, okay? But y'all know what I'm just gonna give it to you in a synopsis, all right? So after Shimei finished throwing rocks and all this good stuff, all right? David was out there in the wilderness, and they didn't have anything, all right? And that's when our lesson kicks in, all right? I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it right now, all right? You fuss at me later, all right? And that's when Barzillai brought all this stuff to David. He was showing himself to be a good friend to David. He was showing himself to be a good servant, an unselfish and loyal servant to David. All right. So what does that mean to us today? We got to bring this, got to turn this in. All right. Us New Testament saints are in the New Testament here. Come on to Galatians. Galatians 1 says, brethren. In other words, this is Paul, and he's talking to church folks. All right, brethren. David was having problems with his inner court, with the people that was close to him, that he thought was as family. All right? So in here, Paul is talking to brethren. David was dealing with brethren. Okay? If a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one restore ye which are spiritual. Ye which are the saints, ye which are the ones that are supposed to be holy, the Christians, restore him. Don't kick them while you're down. Don't talk about it. Be faithful to them. Help them out in their time of need. All right? All of us have a time of need. All right? And that's when we find out who is actually our friends. Who is actually loyal to us. Who is actually here for us. when we have tragedy in your life. All right? He said, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault. Sometimes these faults get you, it ain't no fault of your own. This thing just overtook you. And sometimes you get overtaken in a fault that you created it. David kind of created this one. And it overtook it. It kept on till it got him. It got him. He left that incident with Tamar unresolved. He left Absalom unresolved. And this fault. But a lot of times, sometimes you get, you fall into something that ain't your fault. It's just, and a lot of our faults sometimes it be, a sickness or whatever. You just get sick. And you get sick, you want to know who your friends are and who's the ones that are loyal to you. We heard that one lady, she got sick. She fell into a coma. All right? And I forget how long the lady was in the coma. It was some months or several weeks. I think it was some months. I think like 4 months or so. And they said one of her friends, she said the lady came there every single day and talked to her, prayed with her, sung with her, read the scriptures to her every single day for 4 months. When things break down, that's a fault that you're caught in that wasn't any of her fault. The lady came out the coma and said she remembered every day she came in. Every day that she came in, she remembered. She remembered. And we got nurses here now, they'll tell you that if people are in a coma, they can hear you, they can't respond, they can't do nothing, they're lost somewhere, they just can't get back. But they know who was there and all. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So at that point, she found out who her friend was. Sometimes your friends ain't always your family. Amen. Amen. Sometimes some folks outside on the streets, a co-worker or whatever, do a better job of being a friend than your friend. Amen. And it's sad to say sometimes the outside folks, your co-workers or your neighbors or whatever, sometimes they be a better friend than the saints. Oh God, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's sad. That really ought not be. And Paul is telling us that ought not be. This really shouldn't be a thing here. The ones that say you're spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness. Don't try to show off on people when they're down. All right, they're down. Don't try and show off on they gotta say it. They gotta say it. Oh, geez, I gotta hurry up. That people may forget what you do, and people they might forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. They never forget how you made them feel. How do you make them feel that way? By what you do and by what you say. That's how you make them feel a certain way. They might have forgot all the details of it. Can't remember exactly where it was and who all was there, but they came through for me. They made me feel real good. And they can't even remember the incident. But you ain't forgot how they made you feel. When you get around them, you know, man, these are people here. I can't even remember what they done. But they made me feel so good when I was in my time of need, when I was in my time of trouble. Oh my goodness. Now, bear one another's burdens. So, listen at this. So, oh my goodness. You gotta bear the meekness now. Considering thyself. Jesus, I can't leave that out. You gotta consider yourself. In other words, what if you were in that position? How would you want people to handle you in your time of need? Or how would you want people to respond to you? How would you want people to help you out? All right, in your time of need. All right, oh man, lest thou also be tempted. Oh, Jesus. Bear ye one another's burdens. People are going through burdens, and we have all types of burdens. We have all types of burdens. We have burdens of sickness. You have burdens of death. You have burdens of wayward children. Oh, don't act like the children don't cut the food. All right. Sometimes the children cut the food, and hey, my kid is bad, your kid is bad. All of them, at some times they can be a little. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna go there. All right. they can cut up sometimes. They go opposite of everything they were trained. They wasn't right. Sometimes did I train you that way? And if they honest, they say, no, you ain't trained me this way. You ain't trained me. So you're going off script, right? You yeah, I'm off the path. I'm off the path. All right? So we have some burdens, but in those times, you don't need nobody kicking you while you're down. See, I knew they wasn't no. See, they call themselves saints and everything. Make sure they cut the food. No, we don't need that.
Amen.
No, we don't need. Don't. That's when that's really when you see who your friends is. Your children cutting the food and everything. Then everybody said, see that? I knew it right then when that baby was a baby. And they brought him with them pampers on. I knew it right then. They weren't even grown yet. That was gonna be problems. You gotta watch it. You don't need all that. You don't need no shimmy eyes in your life. All right? Oh, I ain't got time to go there, but no, gee. All right. So now I got a question. How can you help people? How can you be a help to people? I need y'all to help me with this one. How can you be a help? All right? How can you show yourself when people have their time of need, when they go through their time of burden, when they go through their time of problem, when things just fall apart and folks like, I need y'all to help me. Don't say I'm the one who told you that. What do you do? What do you do?
Encourage them.
Okay, encourage them. All right, just a phone call will be fine, huh? All right, what else?
Pray with them.
Pray with them. All right. All right, visit them. Yeah, pray with them, visit them. What else? Anybody else? What do you do? Oh, now come on, now. That's why we're having problems?
I found out the best thing, I always ask them, do you need to do anything?
Yeah. That need to do. All right, and just take what he said and what they used to be saying. Oh, no, we don't need that. So that's what you have to do now. You got to look for things. All right? You over there, they got rice, they got chicken, they got that bread, they got this. But there ain't no drink in here. What do you do now? You see they go buy some drink. Don't let them tell. Well, I would have bought a drink, but they ain't tell me that. They ain't say that. Come on, this is where we got to be loyal to each other. Then we got to help each other out. All right? See all this good rice and bread, all this dry stuff. The chicken came from Walmart, and it's really, I'm sorry, no, I can't Walmart. But I like Publix. But this is what we got to do to each other. What about people that are private? You got some folks don't want you in their business.
Yeah.
You got some folks they just don't want you in their business. But you know what? You don't hide that from church folk. Church folk know you're going through stuff. Church folk know you're going through some stuff, but you ain't told nobody. You know, like officially came out. Hey y'all, you ain't stood up to them and said, hey, pray for me. Such and such is going on. You ain't done that, but we know, right? We know they be going through some things, right? We know, right? Okay. So what do you do for the folks like that? Pray for them? Okay. What else?
Tell them if they need anything.
No, you ain't supposed to know.
Oh.
Talk to the other saints.
They
talk to.
Talk to the saints. Somebody got somebody they talk to, huh? They might not talk to you, but you know who they do talk to, right? What about shooting a text? Just shoot them a text. Something like, hey, I'm praying for you. And they got these little emojis. Shoot them one of them, right? Shoot them one of them. You shoot them one with a clothespin and just say, hang in there. So, anything, that's corny me, But some folks they don't want to publicize what they're going through with. All right, and you can still get to them. What about just giving them a card? What about that handshake?
What's the money in?
Come on now, you know about that handshake. You got to tell folks, because some folks they don't want to sit down and verbalize what they're going through with you. They don't want to sit down and tell you everything. This is my situation. This is what happened, and then you know how we do. We want to. When that started? Well, how long that been going on? Child, they know all that. They know how. See, that's why they tell y'all, because they know how y'all start questioning them and everything. So they don't tell y'all they business. But something is happening in their life. sometimes folks go through some things, you ain't got no idea what they're going through. They're going through some things just so horrific. You have no idea what, you can't even relate to it.
Amen.
And all you can do is, they just want to know you're concerned. They just feel you're concerned. That's exactly what people want to do. They want to feel your concern.
Amen.
You don't have to say something to them all the time. You don't have to always talk to them. And if they're talkative, kind of fine. That's wonderful. That makes it a little bit easier. But man, oh man, we got to do better than that. And as the scripture says here, by doing this, by bearing one another's burdens, so fulfill the law of Christ.
Yes.
Everybody running around talking about WWJD. What would Jesus do? All right? Here you go. This is what Jesus would do. All right? He would bear their burdens.
Yeah.
And you might have to find a different way to bear their burdens. All right? In our lesson here, hey, if you come with me, you can't help me. Go back and do something else. Who shall? Well, I'll do that. A lot of times folks want to help you with your problem, but they want to help you how they want to help you. They don't want to help you. If you want to help me, do what I need you to do. I don't need you to come with me. I don't need that. All right, I need you to go back there and mess up what Ahithophel say. That's what I need you to do. But I don't want to go back there with Ahithophel. Man, I don't want to go back there with him. Here, take these sodas. No. Barzilla's gonna come give me some sodas and cheese and sheep. No, that's taken care of. I need you back. You gotta help people how they need to be helped and how they want to be helped. And you know people's personalities and all. You gotta help them like that. Oh my goodness. So what about just shooting somebody an email? Just shoot an email. Don't do Facebook. Don't touch that. That's so impersonal. When somebody's going through, I know you don't like folks in your business, but I just wanted to tell you that I know something going on, and I'm praying for you, because I never would have thought your child would have did this and that. Don't put all that on Facebook. What's the other one? Instagram or whatever? Is MySpace still like that? No, MySpace ain't like that. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. But everybody get the point. Yeah. So now, if this is a lesson we can use today, I told you this is gonna be a lesson you can use today. This is gonna be one that you can use today. So when you're in a leadership role, all right, and we are all leaders of our own self. Amen. You have to learn how to be unselfish, all right, and you have to have a servanthood mentality. Amen. You have to have a servanthood mentality. All right? And even if you are a man after God's own heart, you fall into some desperate situations. Sometimes life just falls apart on you. And us, if you think you're the same caliber of David, God bless you. All right? But for the rest of us that's not, if David fall into some time where his life just fell apart, well, guess what? We're going to fall into some time where life just fall apart. And we're going to need some people to really come alongside. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Can I read one story to you? I know I'm late. I'm not late. Can I read one story to you? This story brings out this lesson 100%. All right? I wish I had made up this. I wish I had been the one that wrote this story. All right? But I'm not. It says, the pastor of a small church always reached out to families in need. He visited saints in the hospital, checked on shut-ins, assisted families with funeral preparation. His daughter watched him tirelessly minister to the saints. She admired her father for consistently helping others in their time of need. With her father's good example and the family's commitment to the Lord, she should have felt positive about the church. She should have felt positive about the church, right? Okay? And she did for quite some time. That is until a death occurred in her family. Perhaps greater than the absence of the loved one was the absence of church members. They showed no compassion or even concern. Perhaps greater than the grief of loss, the hurt was caused by apathy. All right? They never appeared on the doorstep with a casserole or even a card. The girl was stunned. The pastor's daughter felt as though all her father's good work had returned void. Worse yet, the church members had not only failed to do what was good and decent, but they had failed to follow the pastor's fine example. All right? If only this sad story was a product of a writer's imagination. Sadly enough, the story is true. And the daughter commitment to the Lord is not secure. All right? This church fell well short of godly expectations and even failed to live up to the standard of most communities. Although very hurt, the pastor was not to blame. He had done his best. He had showed kindness that he would not reap, at least in this time. So now this is the thing. I'm winding up right here. If somebody next to you, someone in your circle, in times of other people's life falling apart, if they don't respond properly, let it not be because of your example to them.
Amen.
If you can do that, I think we'll all do real good.
Amen.
If I don't call and check on you, or if I don't ask, hey, how so-and-so is doing, or if I ain't seen you in a minute, everything good, don't let it be because I seen you, that's how you respond. All right? Don't, if we mess up, don't let we mess up. No, it ain't gonna be because of me. That ain't what we showed you. That ain't what this church stood for.
Amen.
All right? Okay, if they should be, man, y'all didn't respond like Highway did, man. I fell into some problem, but Highway, well, they'll shoot them for. They'll lift a love offer for you.
Amen.
You get into some trouble or whatever, and they'll help you. Now, I'm gonna tell you now, if you go out there and cut the fool and you don't pay your rent, or some foolishness you done, don't think we're finna come up here.
Amen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, all right? It's gonna be a case-by-case basis, all right? All right, but look at it real good. All right, that love already is gonna be rolling out of here. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? All right, so we thank God for everything. I think, did y'all get the lesson? That concludes our lesson for today. Amen. All right. You don't know who with you till you have problems. And we all have problems. All have problems. And so at this time,